Hi, Professor Drendel. This is my final vlog for nutrition. I think the biggest thing I'm going to take away from this course was just the information that I had to use throughout the diet analysis. So, a lot of the information we learned in the class we had to apply to the diet analysis. And kind of going in before, I kind of knew where I was kind of lacking or where things were a little too much. But I think the diet analysis just gave me a good overall view of, okay, though, here's the numerical value. Like, this is how much your percentage is compared to where it needs to be. So I think it was just really helpful in learning those exact kind of numbers. And I think one of the things that I really learned that's going to be useful too is, again, those like RDA values, like the ULs. I think it's just nice to kind of have a like general knowledge of like, oh, there is like an RDA value for certain, vitamins and minerals, protein values, like etc. So it's nice to know that there are like numerical things that we can match these up with to kind of help us along in creating a diet plan and etc. So I think I'll kind of use some of that in the future. Um, and I think one of the other things that I enjoyed learning about the most, and just what I'll use, is probably the information I learned about minerals and vitamins. I've already gotten a lot of background on carbohydrates, proteins, fats, so I kind of knew a lot of that already going in, besides the actual like numbers and nutrition values. I'd kind of touched on those before, but not a whole lot. But I think vitamins and minerals is probably what I learned about the most, and I would say that I would take more into consideration. And I thought the pregnancy chapter was very interesting. I've heard some things about nutrition during pregnancy, but that was nice to go over it. I feel like that's not really something I've gone over in any other classes. Because, like, some of the information that I won't necessarily take from this course is, like, learning about obesity and things like that, just because I already have learned a lot about that. I'll still like take information from there, but just I've already learned about those things so much that I won't take as much information from those topics. I also feel like some of the things that I won't really take with me from the course is like the research kind of information in terms of nutrition research. I feel, I don't know, I just wasn't really as interested in that, and just with where I'm going, I'm not gonna really look into research a whole crazy amount, especially with nutrition. So it's definitely still important, but I just don't think I'll take it from the course. And then, kind of like how I was talking with the RDA and the upper limits and stuff like that, I think those are important, and it's cool that I learned about them. But I don't think I'll necessarily like take all the numbers with me and like just remember like, oh, this is the RDA for protein, or oh, this is the upper level for this. But it's like knowing that I have that information, and that if I want to look at that to kind of see where I'm at, then I can check it. But it's not going to be something I refer to like every single day. But I also feel like too, after this course, I can look at nutrition labels a little better. Like, I found myself looking at nutrition labels for a fortified cereal because I found that in part two of my diet analysis that it would probably be good for me to eat some fortified cereals in my diet to just increase some of my vitamins and minerals. And I actually looked at the box and, saw riboflavin and niacin and was like, oh wow, yeah, these have pretty good values for this mineral and vitamin. So it was just good to kind of, feel more confident with that and being able to look at labels and understand them. But yeah, overall, I think that's really what I will take with me and what I won't necessarily use as much. And just thank you for a great semester.